Gintama is a show that I can very confidently say is absolutely not for everyone. But at the same time, it's a show I can't help but recommend, because it's a show that will stick with you for the rest of your damn life. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't give Gintama a chance. Some people think it's too long, which is understandable, and on the other hand, some people have no idea what the fuck Gintama's about, which is understandable, because I've watched the show twice, and even I don't know what the hell it's about, so don't worry about that, because this shit makes no sense at all. Every time you put on the next episode, you genuinely don't know what to expect. It's like playing a game of spin the wheel, and the wheel can land on literally anything. You want to watch an episode on one of the characters explaining how filler episodes work? You can do that. You want to watch an episode on one of the characters soloing the whole DBZ verse because he wanted to smoke a cigarette? You can do that. You want to watch one of the best arcs in all of fiction? You can do that. You want to watch two of the best arcs in all of fiction back to back? You can do that, because this show is the motherfucking GOAT. And I will not hold back on my glazing. So quick disclaimer, if you're afraid of glazing, click off this video, because there's going to be a whole lot of that. And without any further delay, let's get into why Gintama is one of the greatest anime ever made. Because this shit does not hold 9 spots on the top 30 of my anime list for no reason. Now, let me try and break down Gintama to those of you who haven't heard of it or have no idea what it's about. So in Gintama, we focus on our 3 main characters, Gintoki, Shinpachi, and Kagura, who together run a business called Odd Jobs, in which, as the name implies, they do odd jobs. But the twist is, the world they're in got invaded by aliens known as Amanto, and they basically exiled all samurai and banned the sword, more or less. But that's not really important in the start of the show. The start of the series just follows the Odd Jobs crew as they go around town doing chores for people. The episodes are episodic, and the show at the start doesn't really seem to follow any set structure. It's just random. But the thing is, as we get through more and more episodes, we're introduced to more and more characters who just become part of the main cast. And the world of Gintama slowly starts to build itself. And then eventually, a plot starts to develop, and that's when Gintama really picks up its pace. Gintama is truly one of a kind. It's such a unique experience, you can't really compare it to anything else. It's just all over the place, and that's the best part of it. So let me start off with talking about the comedy in Gintama, because in my personal opinion, Gintama is easily the funniest anime there is. Because the standard for comedy in anime is pretty trash, because you will be dying laughing, because I was too. I don't find anime funny at all. They use the same shitty ass gags, the same shitty jokes, the same cliches, and think it's gonna get a chuckle out of you. No, it's not. That shit is whack. Don't ever do that again. But Gintama is so damn funny, I can't even stress it. Gintama is mainly a comedy anime, but it just uses such unconventional methods, and it's so random. You don't even know what to expect, and that's what makes it so funny. Gintama has so many fourth wall breaks. It doesn't even have just fourth wall breaks. It has entire fourth wall breaking episodes. The entire episode is just a fourth wall break, but it doesn't feel forced because it's in character for the characters to just do fourth wall breaks. That's who they are. You're like, okay, this makes sense. This character's the type of person to do that. And it's just not that, because the actual jokes are pretty well written. There's an entire mini arc about the characters reacting to a popularity poll, and now they're fighting each other because they're mad about where they ranked, and it's just like, what is going on? There's also an episode about a couple characters being stuck in a bathroom without any toilet paper, so now they're theorizing, okay, what the fuck do we do now? There's also episodes with Gintoki, Kagura, and Shinpachi sitting around a hot pot, and now they're manipulating each other Death Note style to see who can get more food, and it's just the most diabolical shit you can think of. These episodes are amazing, the comedy in the show is amazing, but I'm getting over myself. Let's talk about something else. Now, the way Gintama is structured is pretty weird. It's not typical of a shonen at all. I don't really know any other show that does it this way, but the way it is you have a couple of comedy episodes, or just normal episodes that don't have any significant effect on the plot. You have 20 to 30 of those, and then after that's over, you get a serious arc, like an actual arc with barely any comedy in it, and it's just solely to develop the plot. And the thing is, it's so masterfully done that as soon as you're getting bored of the comedy, bam, you get hit with an awesome arc, and it just hits that much harder. But then as soon as the action's over, you're like, okay, I want some more comedy again, and bam, you're hit with some funny ass episodes, and it hits that much harder. Now, Gintama isn't only good at just comedy and action, it's good at every damn thing. You have these standalone episodes which are extremely heartfelt and well written, and it just grabs you by the balls and it won't let go. Okay, well, that was out of nowhere. I apologize for that. But what I'm trying to get to is,
そう、僕は知っていました。マダオはもうとっくに咲いているって。
Now let's get to the characters, because I think the characters in this show were handled fantastically. The thing is, when you have a show that's about 400 episodes, you have plenty of time to flesh out each and every character, and Gintama does that shit very well. In between the arcs, in between the serious arcs, when you have the comedy episodes, the normal episodes that don't have much to do with the plot, the characters are put into goofy ass situations, some not so goofy, some kind of serious, and within those moments you start to love these characters, you start to, actually like them a lot, so that when it's time for them to actually be put into moments that might have consequences or might actually affect the story, you actually feel some type of way, and it works really well. Alright, I'm trying my best not to spoil anything, and it's getting pretty hard when talking about the characters, because you can't really say anything without talking about specific moments. So I'll leave the cast at that. Just know that you'll love every single damn character in the cast because they're awesome. Alright, now let me talk about the plot for a bit. The plot is surprisingly really well written. You don't expect it to be well written when you're watching the beginning episodes. The beginning is kind of slow, it's kind of mediocre compared to the rest of the series. But let me tell you, man, you just sit through that and you're gonna be on for a ride, bro. That shit is gonna be fire. So yeah, the plot is well written. I feel like everything about it is excellent. The character dynamics, the dialogue, the fights, the stakes. The thing is, I can't say anything without spoiling it. I don't even know why I'm talking about the plot. It's just good. Keep that in mind. Just don't worry about the plot. Just know it's good. And another thing I want to say is the show literally edges you, like genuinely edges you with Gintoki's backstory. It gives you little ass glimpses, like genuine strokes, small ass strokes to his backstory. And when you eventually do get the full thing, you just immediately bust because you're like, what the hell is happening? No way they actually gave me the backstory. Alright, I'm sorry, that was kind of out of pocket. I don't know why the hell I said that. I apologize. Alright, finally, moving on to the last topic of this video so I can finally fucking end it. I've been doing the voiceover, or trying to do the voiceover, for like 3 days, and it's still not good enough. So the final thing I want to talk about is the music, because Gintama's music bangs. Like, I'm talking seriously bangs. The openings are fire, the endings are fire. You even have some failed openings in Gintama. Which other anime is doing shit like my GOAT is doing it? But yeah, the music is fire. I feel like a lot of songs are used very excellently to enhance some scenes. I don't know why I'm talking like that, I'm sorry. But yeah, just know the music is fire. And yeah, just please go watch some Gintama, man. I finished this show like 4 years ago, and the community is still pretty small. Nobody makes videos on it, and it's heartbreaking. So I'm just trying to convert some people into Gintama fans, one by one. And yeah, that's kind of all from me. If you haven't given Gintama a chance yet, or have been thinking about it, I am telling you, bro, please go and watch it. It is genuinely gonna change your life. I'm not even exaggerating. This is a beautiful show. It changed my life. It's just a great experience overall. And if you feel like dropping it, if you feel like it's kind of slow, just keep pushing through it, because the end product, it's just excellent. The ending is beautiful. I just can't get enough of Gintama. And that's all from me. Next video is probably gonna be about Sakamoto Days, because the anime just started airing, so watch out for that. And yeah, just subscribe and shit. It just makes me feel good and want to make videos faster. And see you guys next week, or whenever I upload the next video. Goodbye.